It's been 4 good years, 4 years since graduating from university, and my life has been, I can't really say how my life has been. There isn't a map to really show like this is the direction where I was headed, and then I don't know how I found myself here. I really don't know how the twists and turns and every other thing else happened. But in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the real life situations that I had to go through, life after uni, what I expected versus reality, and advice for you who is in uni, advice for you who is maybe you're out of uni and you're in the job searching market. You're looking to land your first job. Just a whole lot to unpack in this video. Hello beautiful people, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It is your favorite baby girl, Dyna Ekwueme, in the building. If you're seeing my face for the first time, I did graduate. Yes, I'm a graduate. I know some of you have literally been watching the family content and it's seeming like it's like this girl was born. She was born to be a housewife. I am a biomedical science graduate from an accredited uni. So basically, if I choose to go back to the UK and round up my 1-year training, you know, in order to just tick my HCPC portfolio, I'll basically become a biomedical scientist. But then most of you do wonder, especially those of you who haven't followed me for long, how did you go from that to this? 2 babies, 2 years, marriage, all of that. Why at such a young age was that planned? It actually seems like your life, you've already written down what and what you need to do. No, just no. A whole lot of things inspired this video. First off, meeting my high school friend. If you haven't watched my last video, I did reunite with my long-time secondary school friend, and we had a lot to talk about. Both of us hold really big degrees, BSc, but then what she's doing now is totally different from what she studied, and that kind of we had loads to talk about, and that kind of triggered my thinking into sharing this morning. I was watching a YouTube channel. This girl, very young girl, very pretty, black beauty, African, you get me, but she's living in Australia. She actually made me just take this camera. I want to share because I saw a whole lot of myself in her, you know, just final year in uni. The channel's name is It's Simply Massa on your screen and in the description area below. Please click the link. Do check out her channel. You'd see loads of things. She's just living that baby girl life. She's just living the life. Although her channel is still, you know, just maturing, she's still watering the plants on her channel. She just reminded me of my old self, my final year in uni, you know, trying to get things done, trying to rush myself, trying to see if I can just hold on to something, doing this, doing that, sharing this, sharing that, sharing a bit of myself here and there. That was the time that I actually started my YouTube channel. So watching It's Simply Massa just reminded me of a whole lot, and that triggered me to want to film this. I graduated, even way before I graduated. I don't know, there's something that comes with final year. Please share with me if you're a student, if you're still in uni, whether you're doing your BSc, doctorate, masters. There's something about those last few months that gets you thinking, like, you want to, you start rushing. It's like that's when you wake up. The whole time that you were in uni, were flexing, chilling, doing whatnot. Those last few months, you just start thinking ahead. What do I do now? It's almost over. Where do I head? Where am I going? What companies should I apply to? What hospitals? Where do I want to be after uni? Like literally, you start cooking up those CVs and cover letters and whatnot. And yeah, that was just practically me in my final year. I even went on to open a LinkedIn account, carried my picture, put the updated my every job application. You will find me there. Indeed.com, jobs.com. This, as long as there is job, I'll put in my CV, I'll put in my cover letter. And for the hospitals that I actually found myself working in, like I envisioned, I dreamt that I'll possibly be wearing my lab coat and be working here. I cooked up proper CVs and submitted directly to them. I didn't go through the big route. Fast forward to almost the time my visa was, because studying in the UK will give you the exact, if your course is 3 years, they will give you 3 years. The remaining few months they're giving is for you to graduate. So 1 month don't pass after graduation, no job. I was getting frustrated, you know. I went from applying to labs to, you know, okay, let's just call it health sector, even if it's public health, environmental health, biologist, this one, that one. I was not applying to, you know, jobs that are obviously not relevant to my degree, but still, it's still under the same umbrella. You consider it as health. 2 months down the pass. Mind you, I graduated July. August, I hadn't gotten a job. September, bear in mind that my visa was gonna expire October. September, I said no. No. I'm not just going to be applying to labs. I'm going to, you know, broaden my horizon. There's nothing wrong in trying all that, just in case. I mean, I can be a marine biologist. I can be an environmental. I can be an ecologist. I mean, it's all relevant to it's all relevant. Let me just say it like that. September, nobody called me for a job. I say, wow. The few interviews that I went for, once they find out that you are coming from Africa and we have to go through the hassle of, you know, doing visa for you, just doing a whole lot for you, you really truly have to be exceptional. Like you have to be somewhat exceptional to be considered. I said, we're about to enter October. I mean, mid-October, my visa don't buy you. I said, no. We can't be doing relevant and not relevant. Now I'm applying to everywhere. I started applying. Excuse me, if you tell me to fly a plane, I can test it. It'll be by experience. I'm just exaggerating, but then I started applying to jobs that were relevant, not relevant. I almost went into depression. I was like, you know how you're in school and you're acing it, like it's as if the school system makes you feel so special. Like, since you're doing so well inside here, outside it's gonna be the same. No, reality is reality. It's gonna do you like this. It's gonna hit you real hard. And I mean, I was still young. I was still like ready to just do it all. I was like, why am I wasting time doing all of this job thing? Let me just apply for a master's degree and see if I can just enter like that. Just enter, because at this point, I don't know. I went on and applied for a master's, and at the time, my dad was sponsoring me. I called my dad. I was like, Daddy, I mean, this master's is very dear to me, and I they will take me. They will. I said, come back first. Come back here and apply from here. I did not know the plans my dad had. I had stayed in the UK 3 years back to back. I did not want to come back. Every year I had excuses for my dad. Every year he will pay flight tickets or more. That's when I'll now get part-time job and be working tirelessly during the holidays. But then he was like, come back. When you come back, you can apply from here. I didn't know the coming back was, you're not going abroad again. Just come back, and you want to remain there, like as in what? As in Assistant Queen of England. I don't understand your mission in the UK. Come back home. I was so devastated, annoyed, angry. My emotions were just all over the place. Like, it was so unexpected. It was like, how? After all of this, I'm going to Aba. I'm going to Aba, as in. I just said, okay. And I landed in Aba. Thankfully, I had started my YouTube channel. I continued, because fam, you gotta work with what you have. You cannot just come and with that whole, you know, I was still in the mood to go back to school. I still wanted to do my master's. I still wanted to get a job. I still wanted to do certain things. My dad was like, work with this degree first. When you get experience, you can now say, okay, you want to do masters. For now, Chef Godina abroad. I said, you say what? I thought you said I should come back and apply from here. Please don't do this. I said, go and look for job. Go and work with the one you're Ego no the Ayana. God, gaga. Money no day. I said, okay. All right. That was the period I started applying for my training, the Benin thing, because NYSC was impossible at the time because they needed me to have a license to practice here in Nigeria before I can think of working in any laboratory. So in the span of that time that I was waiting, because it was a long wait, I think I came back October. By the time I could go to Benin to train, 5-6 months I think had gone. So within that time, I'm someone that I don't like staying in one. I want to get busy, keep me busy. I continued, looking for a job. My first job here in Nigeria was in a pure water factory. I know some of you do not know this, but it was in a pure water factory. I worked as someone who was checking the pH of the water. What I was practically doing there was, checking the acidity and the alkalinity of the water. So, I mean, it's, Nigerian jobs, it's not just that you'll be doing every other extra, and having come from abroad, now you be typewriter, now you be this one, just a whole lot. At least I worked in that company until my Benin letter was issued to me, and I did my training for 1 year. After that, I got married. Don't ask me how it happened. A good man came and I didn't say no. I entered. And most of you know the story from there until now. It's just been family, pregnancy back to back, and 2 babies, 2 years of marriage, and all of that. People may be asking, Auntie, this one you dey talk na koko. Just tell us like what we should take home from this your video. Whether you're in uni or you're just graduating, there is reality and there is what you expect that should happen after you graduate. So when reality hits you, don't be too rigid. Don't come and kill yourself. Life and what happens in the 4 corners of your uni is just incomparable. You can be the best in school, you can have all the grades, say for instance you want to be a medical doctor, acing it all, doing it all. You can graduate and land a job and not be satisfied and not be happy. There will be your mates that will do the same thing you did, even get better grades than you probably did, and when they come out, they can't cope with reality. They can't even land the job. They'll probably be doing something entirely different from medicine. You shouldn't be shocked because that is reality. I've gotten a lot of hate comments, believe me, on this channel from people that I don't even know, from people that do not know me aside from what I choose to share on here, and they've castigated me for the fact that I'm now a housewife. I wasted my father's money practically. I'm not doing as society expected, forgetting that there is reality and there is expectation. I am still a scientist, and even if I really want to go back into the workforce as a scientist, you cannot take it away from me. Even 50 years from now, I still can. But this is my reality now. So do not beat yourself up if it's not working for you. Maybe what you're even pushing, maybe you've done it for years, you've done medicine, maybe you even did it here in Nigeria, 12 years because of the back-to-back strikes, bad governance and whatnot, and then you come out, the salary is just so frustrating. It's so, you can't even deal. You have the right to be whatever you want to be, so long as it makes you happy. You may see yourself, oh, I really want to be an entrepreneur, but because my parents, they've wasted so much money on me and they expect that I should be this. I should stick with being unhappy. I should stick with being unsatisfied. I should stick with my 30,000 naira salary. Working in a company, working in a firm that I'm not even happy going to just because I want to answer that I am barrister. Just because I want to answer that I am a doctor. That's one advice. There are those of you who would let your degrees define you. Say for instance, you come out with a 3rd class, or even you didn't make it out of uni, or you possibly dropped out. You've already said, oh, I can never amount to anything. You've already made up your mind that you can never amount to anything. I mean, to some extent, very little extent, school defines you. But it's what you make out of school, what you make out of the education, what you make. There are thousands of people, millions now, that have BScs. How many of them are working in companies that they envisioned themselves to work in before they got in? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself. Are most of these my mates happy? Are most of them actually living the life that they truly want to live? Whatever your degree says is not an extension of you. Some people are good at coursework, some people are good at examinations. For me, I found that coursework back in uni, I was very, very average in doing coursework. But bring exams, I can forget. I can write the wrong things. They may expect this and that, expect that and this. You may not even have the brain capacity to. You may be autistic, you may be this, you may not, to give excuses, but then examinations are not the true test of knowledge. And most of these unis, they tend to make examination instead of making it 50-50, 50 coursework, 50 exams, so that you can make up for where you are lagging. They can make examinations 70% and then 30% coursework. Does that mean you're dumb? Try to understand me. Like I said earlier, there is reality and there is your expectation. I'm not telling you to, not be serious with your studies. You should take your studies serious. You should focus. You should do your best, as in your absolute best in school. So when something happens, okay, where did I do this wrong? How can I make it better? And for some people, it's towards their final year that they try to get better, that they see the true picture of uni. And then when the cumulative result comes out, it's not 1st class, it's not even 2nd class. But should that define you as a human being? It shouldn't. What you make out of life, the real life, I don't mean school life, the real life is who you are. What you make out of your real life is going to be who you will be. It's going to be who people will look up to. Do not live your life for others. Do not live your life for society. Oh, society wants me to be a doctor, lawyer, blah, 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 blah. My parents. Yes, we should give credit to them for doing what they could for us. But let them not define your happiness. Let them not even dictate what you should be doing with your life and whatnot. Anyway, that's the take home that I wanted you to take away from this video. Remember to visit It's Simply Masa's YouTube channel. I'll be linking her channel in the description area. Go show some love, encourage her, because that's the thing. Encourage these growing YouTubers. Share in her experiences. If you love what you see, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you found my advice somewhat helpful, useful, whatever, share this video to someone you think may be needing this video. Hopefully I will see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.